Good morning. It's August the 22nd, 2017. Time to kick off another trading day. Hypothetical simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, results may have under or overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Well, this week we've got Friday, and that's option expiration. It's Yellen and Draghi now. So they're pumping up Draghi's speech. The biggest news days of the week will probably hinge on those two people's speeches. So we'll get a better feel. Draghi right now, the talk is, will announce the start of a taper, or start about when or what it will take to start the taper. My guess is Draghi will be coy, will promise anything and everything, whatever it takes at some particular moment at time in the future. Yellen, they'll be watching to see if interest rates are on track to be raised again. Right now the market's guessing one more time this year in December, and when they'll begin to liquidate their balance sheet, which can be done two ways. They can sell securities on the open market, which I don't think they'll do, or they can just, when the debt rolls over, they just won't replace it. That would be the easiest way to work your balance sheet down and not affect the market with oversupply. And we also have durable orders at the end of the week. So a lot comes in on Friday. It'll tend to hold the market in check. And when we look at this screen right here, you can see that we've got a seller basically at 127, and we've had a buyer below 126.16. This 12 to 16 area has been pretty good support. If we break that, then we're going to head back down to 126 even. So going to play for a trading range today. 23.27 sell 1, 31.03 sell 2. On the buy side, we'll make 14 to 18 buy 1, and then 5 to 9 buy 2. We have some news today. Could affect things that usually it doesn't. FHFA housing price index up 0.5%. Probably will get there. Richmond Fed at 11. So my guess is it's down to the direction of the E-mini, which is pointed higher right now. Looking at the 30-year, $28 to the buck is number 1. 3 to 7 sell 1. 11 to 15 sell 2. On the support side, 16 to 20 is number 1. 9 to 13 is buy 1. 1 to 5 is buy 2. The E-mini today, resistance starts at 24.35, but as long as we stay, below 24.50, the E-mini can still sell. And if we reject the 24.35 to 40 area, that's what we'll be looking for to impact our trading in gold and treasuries. Okay, gold again, definitely a seller above 1300. maybe so. We find ourselves just exactly where we were yesterday. So 94.96 sell 1, 99 to 01 sell 2. On the buy side, we had I think 86.88. 88 to 90 was our number 2. We had 92.94. So we'll make 88.90 buy 1 and 85.87 buy 2. Biggest factor today will be the direction of the E-mini, in my opinion, given the lack of news. Haven't seen a lot of commentary on Trump's new Afghan strategy, but there's several things that you really like in there. It's open-ended, not telling people exactly what he's going to do and when he's going to do, and definitely not telling them when he's going to leave or withdraw troops. Their goals are to kill terrorists, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, stabilize the Afghan government as long as it takes. Going to put pressure on Pakistan, who he said we send billions of dollars to each year. They can no longer harbor, provide safe havens for terrorists, killing our guys. So I think a lot of what he did in that speech was spot on and necessary. But it looks like to me it's going back to the original deal where you go over there and you take away a safe haven or a place where terrorists can build a base, and whatever form of government the Afghan government, and it's tribal, is able to form and maintain is going to be okay with us. No nation building, that was emphasized. Okay, 118 even, 118.10, sell 1, picking up this area right there. Then 20 to 30, sell 2, picking up this area right there. On the buy side, we have a high volume number down here at 59.60. So we'll make 65.75 buy 1. That's pretty aggressive on the 75. And 40 to 50 buy 2. Don't think we have enough news one way or the other to push the markets by much. So resistance held. Let's go down there and try support. And my guess is support will hold. But I thought that the speech was rational. It was realistic. That's about all we could hope to do, given the circumstances. And we don't want, like in Syria, these outlaw lawless states where an Al-Qaeda or ISIS can come up and plan the next wave of attacks on the United States. And I haven't seen any hooting or howling or screams by anybody about what a a warmongering raging maniac Trump is. That might come out during the day. The louder they howl about what he proposes, probably the more correct it is. That's one filter that we have. Okay, crude oil, basically where we were last night. We had 47.75, 48 as a sell. That still seems reasonable to me. 48 1/4, 48.50 sell 2. Looks like it's trying to trade lower, so maybe be a little bit optimistic here. 47 even, 47 1/4. Buy 1, then 46.50, 46.75, buy 2. A lot of the press is really, where's all this crude oil going? We can export now, and the spread, the historical spread economics that have driven spread before, really aren't the same as they have been because we can export crude and products. So we can get rid of crude faster than we could before. And like I said, shipping costs are cheaper to Central America, South America, from the U.S. than they are from maybe any other spot in the world but Nigeria or Brazil. Which is a good thing. It gives us flexibility to push it off. And the other thing is that the economics have changed, is that long term the premium for being totally dependent on, about used to, is over 60% of our crude from overseas. That's changed. In fact, we could be energy independent in 4 or 5 years, even on crude. Doubt if we'll go that far, but so being able to export crude. So the numbers, my point is the numbers, these huge draws that we see in crude, the focus on that because of exports isn't what it used to be right now. They'll react to the draws or the builds, and then they go see what the U.S. production is. And that's been the biggest negative effect because U.S. production is growing. Okay, the E-mini, we've rejected prices right here above 35. Right here we rejected prices above 37.50. Right there we rejected prices above 41. So 35, 37 is our first band of resistance. Easiest to take out. Dealing with a P, not the world's strongest one. The second band of resistance is going to be in this 40 area. So this 40-42 area is should be pretty good resistance. FHFA housing price index plus 0.5%, not usually a factor, might play today. Richmond Fed 11, not usually a factor, might play today. My guess is we're looking at technical, and our best resistance is in this 40 area, 40-42. That said, the last rotate up in London was 34, so right now this 34.36 is sell 1. Because this is a P and because we started up and we closed here yesterday, I think we can go higher. Second sell is 39 to 41. That's the area we're most interested in, picking up this, picking up that low right there. On the buy side, bottom of value is 30, so 28 to 30 buy 1, and 24.26 buy 2. And we'll see how she plays. If they do reject 35 this morning, 35.37, the seller is definitely in control and the sentiment is negative. But get up to, as long as we stay below 24.50, the market can sell. Remember, in a bull market, which we have been in for a long time, the correction can be as small as 50 to 70 points, no matter what the pundits are saying. And we've had a 70-point correction, so technically the market could rally from here. The other thing is that we have the 3-day phenomena. 1, 2, 3. If the selling does not continue on that third day, people start to take profits. So there was some profit taking down here. And we'll see if it takes the market higher today. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted and spread around. Get busy on that. Back with you as soon as possible.